True. Do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself? So much. And you deserve it. You deserve all that love. You're so amazing. You're so beautiful. You're so awesome. I like that Monica's response. She said, nice of you to notice. All right, that's the way I want to hear it, yes. I love this community. When I was at my installation ceremony a couple weeks ago, I said, this is the most loving, even amongst Centers for Spiritual Living, which are pretty loving places, that this is the most loving. And someone from one of my former communities said, yeah, well, you all live near the beach, so I said, you might have a point there. So good to see everyone. We come together in awesome community to lift up the greater truth of who we are, that we are empowered with the one presence of God, with the one presence of the divine, with infinite intelligence, infinite wisdom, infinite love. We get to create our own experience. Isn't that great? We get to create our own experience. We don't have to be victims of life being tossed around. We can choose, even amongst any circumstance, what our life is going to be. I think that's beautiful. Yes. Thank you so much for being here. We've got the one and only, and we color coordinated. We called each other up today to make sure we were wearing similar clothes. Jan Mintz from our board will give us our announcements.
Thank you all very much. Good morning, family. Big thank you to Candy Kavanaugh, Lori Beretta, and Betty Halley for the amazing Divine Dining tea yesterday. Everyone had a fabulous time. Obviously, you guys all had a great time. Our annual membership meeting is today after service at 12:30. So join us back here in the sanctuary, find out what's happening with our center, and we've got some voting to do. So we look forward to seeing you. Our ongoing tradition is to decorate our sanctuary each Easter with Easter lilies. And it's only 2 Sundays away, so you can donate a lily in honor or in memory of someone special. And on Easter Sunday after service, you can take your lily home with you. For more information and the form, check the front desk or the activity table. We invite you warmly to our Easter Sunday service on April 20th, next week at 11 a.m. And bring your family. The kids are going to have a lot of fun with our Easter egg hunt. Wednesday, April 23rd is our next vegan potluck at 6 p.m. And on May 4th, we welcome Tim Ringgold for a workshop called Soul Care in Troubling Times, a musical grief workshop using music to relieve grief and the stress that comes with it. He is bringing instruments for us, so please add your name to the sign-up sheet, and please see the flyer at the activity table. The drumming circle is back. May Ruth is back. Yay! It's going to be on Sunday, April 27th at 12:30. If you are interested in hosting a Divine Dining event, please talk to Mark Ruth or visit the table out in the foyer to sign up there. For a full list of activities, see the weekly e-newsletter, Spirit Speaks magazine, and the activity table. Visit our bookstore for a hand-picked selection of books and gifts to enrich your spiritual journey. And they also have great cards, too. So visit them for sure. This week's Inspirational Wednesday service, the speaker will be Reverend Mary Morgan. That'll be at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. If you would like prayer for something in your life, please come to the front of the sanctuary by the piano after service. One of our practitioners will lead a prayer circle. You may also place a prayer request in the prayer box out in the foyer. If you're here for the first time and you feel comfortable doing it, could you please raise your hand so our ushers can bring you a little swag bag gift? Thank you, ladies. Thank you. We have a couple down here. Mary Lou, yeah, we've got 2 gals down here. Anybody else? If you're too shy, awesome, great. Thank you so much. If you're too shy to raise your hand, these are available after service. But great, and there's someone right there. Perfect. And be sure to stop by our new friends table for more information about our center. There you can also provide your email address so we can send you our weekly e-newsletter. Thank you for bringing the gift of your presence to us today. And a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. We could not run this center without you. We could not do anything that we do without you all. So you are a blessing in our lives for sure. And now our very own beloved Elise will lead us into Reverend Gregory's invocation.
I would invite you all to close your eyes for a moment and turn within. Take a deep breath and just allow your thoughts to still for just a moment. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of our womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be.
We give so much thanks for the presence of God, the presence of the divine, the presence of that one life that nurtures us, that lifts us up, that indwells us, that animates our very being and everything in our lives. That right there at the center of our being is infinite love, power, intelligence, and wisdom, the presence of wholeness and harmony as the truth of our being. And so I know as we come here today in celebration of that truth, that something opens for us right here today. Maybe we came with some sort of burden, something that was holding us, we were laboring under something today, and maybe there's a loosening of that. Maybe we see some greater truth here today, or perhaps we came here to celebrate some win in our lives, and we are able to stand in gratitude and amplify that good. Whatever it is, I know that each person here today is bringing their own presence and lifting up this ceremony with each one's unique way of expressing. And I know that each one is receiving exactly what is theirs to receive. It is a beautiful truth that everyone can get what they need without it taking away from anyone else. And so I bless this service. I know that it's so good. It is already done in the mind of God. And I know that we are uplifted, that we are expanded, that we are validated and affirmed for the beautiful beings that we are. I am so grateful, and I just release this words, that immutable law that only knows to say yes, and therefore I know it is done, that just as I have declared, touching and agreeing with each person here, and so we establish it together with the words, and so it is.
A little story. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a young boy bending down, picking something up, and throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, He asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing these starfish back into the ocean. The tide is going out, and if they don't get back into the water soon, they will die." "Son," the man said, "don't you realize that there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of stranded starfish? You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and tossed it into the ocean. Then, smiling, he looked up at the man and he said, "I made a difference to that one." Sometimes the size or the magnitude of a problematic situation or condition can seem so overwhelming to us that we feel discouraged and do nothing. But the moral of the starfish story reminds us that even small acts of kindness and compassion do make a difference. What if, instead of us thinking that we have to solve some big world problem, each day we decide to make a difference in another person's life? What if we commit to contributing something positive to the lives of someone else each and every day? What if the ripple of energy going out from me raises the energy of one other person? A kind word, an expression of gratitude, giving a smile to someone who lost theirs, giving the right of way to another motorist. It needn't be limited to just one person, but it's a good start. Some 55 years ago, Diana Ross released a single with the song verse, "Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can." Will you please indulge me, and with the assistance of the talented Elise Carver, will you join me in singing this verse just a couple times? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. And we can. And so it is.
Child of this universe, the ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am blessed by Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by your life. I'm embraced by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God. Moon of the universe. Through your breath, all of life breathes. You plant the seeds with your every turn. We can love at every turn. Give a breath kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, we are the children of this universe. We greet God at our face. We are the channels for peace to flow. Oh, we honor all of life. Yes, we're one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on a tree, to every mountain top, we sing of the glory of God moving through me, moving through you, moving through us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elise Carver. Let's give her some more love. She is so awesome. And oh, yeah, we have a little buzzing going on over here. We do know that we have that. Our audio-visual team is working on it. They are so awesome. The Grant's team, let's give them some love back there. They are so awesome. We're working on that. I could barely hear it now, so I think they're already getting it better. So, gosh, we're talking this month about sustainability, and today we're talking, the topic today is the earth is alive. The earth is alive. It's a living entity, this earth here, and some scientists sort of say, well, I don't know if that's quite true, but I think, there's this thing called human resonance that scientists do acknowledge, and it is the heartbeat of the earth, that the earth has a heartbeat. This is acknowledged scientifically. It's at 7.83 hertz. So the earth has a heartbeat. I don't know about you, but whenever we kind of say, is someone alive or not, we check, oh, yep, they got a heartbeat. Yep, they're still alive. I think if the earth has a heartbeat, that's proof enough for me that the earth is alive. Yes, the Peruvians, the Andeans of Peru called it Pachamama, Mother Earth, Pachamama. The Greeks called it Gaia. The Catholic Register it said, the earth is not your mother. Kind of conflicts with another story. But nonetheless, we can make the case that the earth is our mother at birth. The earth has been around for 4.5, I can't even wrap my mind around this, 4.5 billion years. The earth has been around for 4.5 billion years. Now, first of all, if you just say 1 million years, that sounds like a lot to me. But that's 4,500 million. 4,500 times 1 million. That's how long the earth has been here. Humans, modern humans, Homo sapiens, have only been here for less than 1 million years. So out of all that 4.5 billion years, we've been here less than 1% of the time that the earth has been here. It's very fascinating, this beautiful earth that we live on. I also think it's amazing that the dinosaurs lived for millions of years. So they were inhabiting this earth, and none of us were here yet. No humans, not even our ancestors were here yet during the time of the dinosaurs. Like, they were here like 66 million to 245 million years ago. And here's this large span of millions of years where these dinosaurs are roaming this earth that we're on now. And I think it's so beautiful, it's so divine that we can still find the fossils and the bones of these dinosaurs from millions of years ago. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. God is good. God is amazing. And we see it right here in this Mother Earth, this earth that we live on here today. And we are here to take good care of this earth. As I said last week, it is not about whether we're doing this or we're doing something wrong or this and that. It's really about coming into harmony with this beautiful life force, this beautiful energy, this beautiful essence that is this earth that we live on. It's holding this beautiful earth in such reverence. It's been here 4.5 billion years, sustained all this amazing life, including our own very life. So we want to really treat it with resonance. There's this idea that we need a backup plan. Anyone ever heard that? We need a backup plan. So we're going to go to Mars. That's going to be our backup plan. We're going to go. Well, it's really cool, except that you got to walk around with a spacesuit all the time. You can't go outside. You'll die instantly. That doesn't sound like a backup plan to me. Plus, right now, it would take about 2 years round trip to get there and back. They feel they can get that down to about 2 weeks, so okay, that's a little better. 2 weeks round trip. I love it when they say, like, oh, and by the way, I love that we're going to Mars. I love that, and I love that maybe in my lifetime, maybe I'll even get to travel there and go check it out. But I don't know if it's a backup plan. They go like, oh, we found a little bit of ice, like they found a little puddle of ice. Oh, that's a sign that there's water and there's life here. I'm like, hey, have you checked out our ocean over here? And by the way, we got 4 more of those oceans. This beautiful earth that we live on is divine. It is so divine. When I was in Boulder, when I lived in Boulder, you can get on a trail pretty much within 5 minutes of anywhere that you are. And when I say a trail, I don't mean like a little trail. I mean like be totally 100% out in nature 5 minutes from where you live. Like out in the middle of nature, deers, rattlesnakes. I did see a rattlesnake one time, and I had to get near it because I never saw a rattlesnake before, except for in the movies. And this rattlesnake was in full rattle. And you know how sometimes in the movies they exaggerate things? But in this case, I realized the movies are not exaggerating. I was 30 feet away, and I heard the rattle. And I'm like, oh, I got to get over there. I got to go see this. And I trek down the hill, and there's these 2 guys filming it, and this rattlesnake is getting more and more agitated, and the rattle's getting louder. And I'm like, hey, guys, you might want to move away a little bit there. But I had to get within 2 feet of it because it was in the bushes, and in order to see it, I had to get within 2 feet of it. I only took like a 5-second glance, and then I'm like, okay, I'm out of here, and you guys probably ought to get out of here too. But this was Boulder, right, where it just could be out there in the wilderness. And one of the things I love about this, and speaking about the earth is alive, is when I would walk on these trails and I would walk the earth and I would walk amongst the beautiful trees and landscape, it would minister to me. Nature ministers to us. Nature ministers to us in a way that nothing else maybe does. It is not just that we're out there and it's beautiful and we're taking in the scenery. It literally, that heartbeat of the earth, I love reading about that because that heartbeat of the earth, that life energy, that essence of the earth, literally when I would go out there, it would be transforming me. It would be ministering to me. Anyone else ever experienced that? Yeah. Being out there in nature? Yeah. It's not just some stuff out there. It's not just some inert stuff out there. And we know in our teaching here in the Science of Mind, we say God is all there is. There is only God. So right there in the form of those trees, and the trees I've always seen as the great vigil holders on this planet here, right? The trees have been here. Some of the trees have been here since before the time of Jesus. Some of those trees have been here over 2,000 years. We can go to Sequoia National Park. We can go up to Muir Woods in the Bay Area and see these trees and touch these trees that have been here over 2,000 years. I call the trees the great vigil holders. They're great examples of what it is to hold space because they stand there majestically, seeming like they're doing nothing. They're just standing there, but they stand there so powerfully for years and years. These trees have seen it all, and they're just holding space for all of us. They're resonating their energy. You know, they call you a real hippie if you go and hug trees, but I am guilty as charged. And it's so funny because I never thought of myself as a hippie. I don't have long hair. I don't, you know, well, I don't have short hair either, but there's something too. Whenever I would be out there, if I would either hug a tree or I would put my hand, I would just press my hand against the tree and I would just commune with this beautiful life force energy of that tree. All of life is divine. All of life is divine, and part of our awakening to our magnificence, coming fully into our own harmony, coming fully into our own wholeness, is to recognize all the rest of life that it's this divine life. Sometimes in our modern world, we can get disconnected from all of that, which really means we get disconnected from ourselves. So for us to be fully connected to ourselves, we have to connect to all that is. Anyone else, when an particular type of animal crosses your path, you go look it up? You know, you go look up the symbolism of that? Right? Because this divine order, this divine intelligence sometimes will send an animal our way to remind us of something. Anyone else resonate with that? I'm always looking it up, you know? Like the one day I pulled into my driveway in Bakersfield, of all places, and 2 skunks were walking down the driveway like it was nobody's business, tails standing straight up in the air. I'm like, I'm going to wait this out. I'm going to sit in the car until they're long past. But skunks symbolized, if I remember right what I was reading, like protection, right? Because the skunk is like ready to, it's like, okay. So I had to look at like, oh, what is that meaning in my life here? One day on a trail in Boulder, it was the most amazing, mystical experience. I was hiking with my good hiking partner, Jennifer. We used to take hikes all the time, and we would both assume that the other was following the way that we were going. And we would get way out there somewhere on the trail, and we'd be like, oh, you remember how to get back, right? And I'm like, no. We always found our way back, but it was always an adventure because we'd be way out there and like, well, I think maybe if we go around there, maybe if we go over there, because there's all these forks on the trail. There's all these different forks, you know, go, oh, let's go this way. Okay, oh, yeah, now let's go over that way. And then neither of us would ever remember all the different forks that we took. But one day, we were walking along this trail, and this trail is only about 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide, not a wide trail. And this beautiful buck, this beautiful deer, full antlers, is walking straight toward us on the trail. Normally, when they see humans, they'll run up the hill or down the hill or get off the trail and avoid us. But this deer just very regally was just walking along the trail toward us with its antlers, coming right toward us, and it was like 10 feet away, it's still coming toward us, and we just kind of stepped back a little bit from the trail to let this deer just walk right past us, and it was the most beautiful, mystical moment of communing with nature, because here's this huge animal, and it was just in its nature, and somehow we had, you know, because whenever I'm out there in nature, I'm really feeling grounded and centered and one with all of life, and I felt like that day, it's like it was such evidence, because deer can often symbolize peace. And I thought, wow, what a gift. Like we stepped into such a place of stillness. We stepped into such a place of peace. We stepped into such a place of oneness and connectedness that this deer, whose instinct would be to run when it would see a human, and it just walked right past us. Literally, like we stood back like this, and literally the deer just walked like right here. This huge deer, big antlers and everything, just walked right by us. And we just stood there for a minute in awe of this beautiful divine life that we are living. This is the divine life that we are all living. How many of you experience miracles every day? Yeah, me too. Me too. We just have to pay attention. If we pay attention, every day we're experiencing miracles. Every day we're seeing how magical and mysterious this beautiful life is that we're living here on this earth. And the earth itself, oh my goodness. Like right here in Redondo Beach, this week I've been taking walks along the Esplanade and ran into several people from the community here, which is quite beautiful. Oh, wow. What a beautiful part of the earth that we live on here. The beautiful ocean, the beautiful sunsets. Beautiful birds here in Redondo Beach. Anyone else notice that? We have some amazing birds here. Colorful little birds, big birds. I got to find a book. Wherever I go, I like to find a book or some resource to identify the birds, because I'm always curious about these birds, because birds are they're another one of those amazing of God's creatures. And we get to get in touch with all of that. You see, these are extensions of us. These aren't separate from us. These aren't just those things out there. We're all interconnected. And as I said, part of our coming into harmony with ourselves, coming into wholeness with ourselves, coming into embracing the fullness of who we are, is to realize all the ways that the divine, that God is showing up. If a deer comes walking right by you tomorrow on your path and just walks right by, that's a great sign. Fortunately, I never ran into a bear. There were a lot of bears. I saw the scat on the ground. So it's like, okay, they were here, right where I am. And I'm like, it's okay if you never cross my path. People have all kinds of stories, right, because the bears generally also will not bother, the black bears. The grizzly bears, that's a whole other thing. But black bears generally will not bother a human unless it's a mother with her cubs. And you startle that mother with her cubs, and she feels her cubs are endangered. Now you got a problem. So today, I'm really inviting us into this greater communion with life, communion with ourselves, communion with all of our fellow human beings, but also communion with the earth, communion with nature, that we might have some practice, whether it be a walk in nature, whether it be a meditation on the earth, that we have some practice. I want to invite you right now, no time like the present, right? I want to invite you right now, if you're willing, to stand for a moment with me here. Yes, really, I really mean it. And remember the Earth's heartbeat that I mentioned? That it's at 7.83 hertz. Set your dial right now in your being to 7.83 hertz for a moment. You're supposed to laugh. Unless I'm the only one who doesn't know how to do that. Maybe you're all like, okay, I'll do that right now. Give me a second, I will do that right now. However, even though intellectually we do not necessarily know how to do that, because we're all one and we are so one with this earth, there is that within us that does know how to do that. So I want to invite us right now just to take a moment, maybe close your eyes, and just feel into this earth, and really just take a moment to align your vibration, your heartbeat, with the beat of the earth, with the rhythm of the earth, with the rhythm of this one life that we're all living here. And maybe just take a few deeper breaths while you're aligning with this. Just feeling in and knowing that that infinite intelligence in you knows how to align with the heartbeat of the earth. And we just take a moment to align with the heartbeat of the earth, to be good stewards of this planet, to be in communion with this planet, to be one with this planet, to know it is not separate from us. And then maybe take a moment to send forth some sort of blessing for this earth. Maybe it's gratitude. Thank you so much, earth, for all of the soil and the plants and the food and all that gets birthed from this earth. Or maybe it's just the beauty of this earth that we give thanks for. Or maybe it's an apology even for the ways sometimes that we have treated this earth. Whatever it is, some sort of blessing for this beautiful earth, this beautiful planet that we are living on. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We bless you, we give thanks, and so it is. All right, please be seated. So, two things for me to close on. One is the spiritual practices, morning practice, evening practice that I handed out last week. There should still be more of them out there. Very simple practices where the first one you already had, where we get up in the morning and we spend 1 minute in meditation. And you could do more, by the way, but this is like, in case you didn't already have a practice, this is a very simple practice where we start each day with meditation for 1 minute. And then we take another minute where we set some intention or prayer about what we're establishing for our day today. And then the evening practice is I'm going to journal for 1 minute on gratitude, what I'm grateful for today, which also brings us into that heart resonance, by the way. It brings us into that heart resonance of heart-brain, heart math. They've done some studies on that. It brings us into that resonance. So 1 minute journaling on what you're grateful for that day, and then 1 minute to close your day in meditation. Just going into meditation and getting still. You'll also sleep better. You'll also sleep better by ending your day grounding yourself, giving thanks and then grounding yourself. Instead of ending your day with, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that, and I wish I wouldn't have done that. It's like, oh, instead I want to give thanks for all the good that happened today. And I'm going to sit in stillness for a minute. And then the invitation is to get out in nature this week, whatever that looks like for you. It might just be a walk on the beach. It might be that you find, and someone's got to turn me on to the hiking trails here because I haven't discovered all of that yet. So someone's going to have to come up to me afterward and say, oh, you got to try this particular hike. It's beautiful. Because I like to be all out in nature, surrounded by the trees, far away from the workings of the world, so to speak. So it's an invitation to get out there in nature, to commune with nature, to know that we are one with nature. Thank you so much for your attention today. Thanks for loving our Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to hear from our beloved, beautiful Elise Carver once again.
All right, this is another invitation for you guys for this week while you're on that moment out in nature, as Reverend Gregory just said. I think you guys should pay attention to the trees. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to the river. Pay attention to the bees. Pay attention to the clouds. Pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to everything that we do to our mother. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We
just borrowing it from our children, from our children. So pay attention to the hills, pay attention to the water, pay attention to the breeze, pay attention to the trees, pay attention to the whispers, to our sisters and brothers living close to the earth. Whatever befalls the earth befalls our sons and daughters, and what we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. Yes, we do to ourselves. So we better pay attention to the birds, pay attention to the forest, pay attention to the spring, pay attention to the snow, and pay attention to the glaciers, to the frost line and coastline and coral beneath the sea. Because we know the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. We belong to the earth. So we better pay attention, pay attention, pay attention to the waves, pay attention to the oceans, pay attention to the reefs, pay attention to the heart beating steady in the mother. All generations are going to pay for our ways. We do not weave the web of life, we are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. Yes, we do to ourselves. So we better pay attention, yeah, pay attention, pay attention. Pay attention to the plants, pay attention to the grass and trees and flowers and bees. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention to everything here on earth. Yeah, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention to the water and air we breathe. So we better pay attention, pay attention, pay attention and bless our Mother Earth.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise Carver. And it's so interesting. Elise and I talk about the music every week, and it's so funny that it doesn't fully come into my mind how aligned it is until after I give my talk and then listen to it. And it's like, oh my God, that was so perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Pay attention, because when I say there's no backup plan, it means that, yeah, there's backups, but we got a beautiful planet right here. And so the real thing is, let's take care of this good thing we've got going right here. Yes? Yes. All right. So we've reached our time of conscious giving. Thanks for the ways that you give to this community. So much good is happening here. I hope you'll attend our annual meeting afterward to hear about all the good things that have happened over this last year, and so much more good that is going to happen. And you all are the ones who make that possible with your generous giving to the center and your generous acts of service to the center. Thank you so much. And so in this moment, there are so many ways to give. You can text your gift to 420 424-379-3733. You can use the QR code up there, or you can go to our website, redondocsl.org/donate. And of course, checks and cash and Bitcoin, not yet, but maybe. Thank you so much. Let us hold our gift in our hand, maybe hold our hand to our heart as we say this offertory affirmation together, because we give intentionally and consciously here. So let us say this together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. Yes.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, I'm grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, God is all there is.
Thank you so much, Elise Carver. And I want to give thanks again to our audiovisual team, because they're behind. Yes, thank you. Thank you. They're like behind the cameras, behind the scene. It's so easy to, because, I'm giving thanks to everyone who's up here and visible, but it's so easy to forget that they're all back there making it all happen. And if you watch our service online, as many people I know from far away do, they're so impressed with the professionalism and the beautiful presentation that our audiovisual team puts on. So I'm just so grateful for those guys. Grant Ackerman is the leader of that team there. Yes. Well, let's stand. Let's pray. We pray for the earth. Now let's pray for you. Let's pray for you. Let's pray for you and for me. Let's do a prayer for ourselves here right now. Bring to mind something right now, if you're willing, that you want to call forth into your life. Because we really believe in prayer here. We believe in the power of prayer. We believe in the power of speaking our word. And we know that when we speak our word, something happens, something shifts. So what is it right now that you are choosing to bring forth in your life? Something that's going to shift, something that you're calling forth to change. You're going to release something, you're going to embrace something, you're going to step into something. Bring that to mind right now. And then let's do our prayer. And you can do that at home too if you're watching. You can do that with us, to speak that prayer with us. You can speak it out loud. There's something about engaging our voice out loud. So even if you're sitting at home in your room, even if other people can hear you, speak it out loud and sound silly maybe. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life right now. As such, I, Gregory, speak my word, and declare that, and then speak your word. What are you calling forth? Come on, everyone, speak it forth, speak it forth. Yes. I give thanks for this word. I give thanks for this awareness. I give thanks that it's already done. I let it be. And so it is. Yes, thank you. Let us join hands if you're willing, and we'll sing the peace song. I invite the practitioners and ministers to come up here with me. Join us after service for our annual membership meeting. We'll be right here in the sanctuary, actually at 12:30, so you can go have a snack first and then come in here.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be.